Siriniwasa.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. I think very good morning to you all. No past 12. Okay. So today and yesterday we discussed about dharma. I feel that we are talking about dharma violating dharmas because our committee is recommending us time 20 minutes. So most scholars are violating it and talking more and more. And sometimes they say, ask 2 questions, then we ask many questions. So we are talking about Dhamma violating it itself. So you tell me after 15 minutes, you sign, and then at 20 minutes I will stop. Here we have 2 groups. Yeah, 15 minutes, okay. Before 15 minutes, you inform me. So, in Buddhist philosophy, we are instructed there will not be a creator. There is no creator. And there is no the person or powerful God or someone can liberate you. You must be liberated by yourself. No one can do it. You should practice dharma, then you can attain to that position. So when I say you will have a question, because the other group is who are believing there is a creator, there is a powerful God or someone who can liberate us. So we have to consider it using our powerful mind. So here the critical study of wisdom as depicted in Ashtasahasrika Prajnaparamita with reference to the philosophy of Nagarjuna. Deep topic, so many factors to be discussed. Wisdom. So wisdom means understanding the reality. In Buddhism it is explained that understanding the impermanence, understanding the suffering, understanding the selflessness is called as wisdom. In this world, there are 2 groups who have got buddhi and wisdom. Buddhi is filling the brain with the various kinds of data, sometimes maths, science, and other many languages, many things. Intelligence are there, many intelligence are there in this world, but there is no that much wise people. Wisdom is not there in those people. Buddhi is actually related to the knowledge. The wisdom is related to the great understanding. So here Prajnaparamita, Ashtasahasrika Prajnaparamita means the sutra which is explain the wisdom in deep sense, and Ashtasahasrika means there are 800 lines. Lines means granthas. In one grantha there are 32 syllables. This is written in Buddhist hybrid Sanskrit. There are many Sanskrit, Vedic Sanskrit, classical Sanskrit, and these Buddhist texts are written in hybrid Sanskrit. Buddhist hybrid Sanskrit, the shortened form is BHS. So there are differences in Theravada tradition and Mahayana tradition. In Theravada tradition, the philosophy of personal selflessness is discussed in details. In Mahayana tradition, the selflessness of dharmas, phenomena, is discussed in details. In Prajna Paramita literature, there are many books connected to this literature. More than 50 books are there. So in this literature, we can see selflessness of personal and phenomenal matters. We have followed two paths from past to now, Karma Marga and Jnana Marga. Thousands of years we have practiced both of these. Are we reversing? There's a question. In early period, before 5th century of BC, the Karma Marga was followed much, doing various kinds of offerings and sacrifices and many things. After that, in 6th century BC, the Jnana Marga was started. Buddha and many other seers, sages started to find the truth doing meditations. So having insight meditations. After that, I think many decades, after 10th century, I think that Jnana Marga little bit vanished. Then we were reversed to Karma Marga. Think about today. In Hinduism, Hindu religion and Buddhism also, we are seeing the same thing. Offerings and rituals are getting the priority. Worshipping and offering candlesticks, oil lamps and doing various kinds of ritual things are coming up. So it means we are reversing to the early age, Karma Marga. I am so happy to be here because this Santigiri Ashram is promoting Jnana Marga. Now we are discussing the intellectual matters and factors and related to the wisdom. So I appreciate your service. We have to turn to that side again. So Karma Marga also very necessary for the ignorant people. All people can't reach to the wisdom side at once. Step by step we have to take into this position. So it should be there. But intelligent people and wise people should turn to this Jnana Marga immediately. Mostly our followers are doing those rituals with blind faith. Blind faith will lead to the delusion. Buddha said, don't depend on the textual things, and also don't depend on your teachers, and don't depend on the logical factors. If you depend on those things, what will happen to you? You will be misguided. You will be deluded. So understand yourself the reality, and you have to practice these things very well. Then you can reach to the wisdom very easily. Mostly people are following those religious activities with the faith. Faith is not a good thing. That is why Buddha mentioned in Kalama Sutta, you should have independent thoughts and independent wisdom, and it should be cultivated in your mind. Next one. Yes. Karma Marga and Jnana Marga was explained there. Pudgala and Dharma Nairatmya. Here we can see two factors. Karma Marga and Jnana Marga is very important for us. Pudgala and Dharma Nairatmya is explained. There is no self in both sides. In soul and also in dharma, we should not take them as our own thing. We should not attach to them. to 5 aggregates. There are 5 aggregates which is explained in Buddhism: Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. We have a body. We should not be attached to this body. We should not think it as my own thing. So if you are attached to this body, it is a cause for the birth cycle. And also other factors, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara and Vijnana. And also dharmas also not to be attached. Those dharmas, let it be there. You should not attach to dharma. I will give one example. If you attach to dhyanas, you start to meditate to attain dhyana. While you are sitting on a seat, closing your eyes, you meditate with the will of attaining dhyana. What will happen to you? You will never attain dhyanas because your will is there to attain dhyana. Buddha said, don't attach to those kinds of dharmas. Just meditate. Meditating in breathing system or in taking other objects as meditative objects, you meditate. Then your mind will be developed gradually and step by step. After that, you will reach those higher levels. Dharma Nairatmya is discussed in details in Prajna Paramita Sutra. Selflessness, everything including 5 aggregates, 5 sense organs, 5 sense objects, supramundane qualities such as Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, Arahat, Pacceka Buddha and Buddha are to be considered as selfless. So think, we should not be clinging on those things. To attain this higher level, to get the knowledge, perfect wisdom, we have to use a trick. It is named as Upaya Kausalya. Detach from attachments and bondage, understanding their emptiness. It is called Prajna. One of 6 perfections is called Prajna. See the 6 perfections explained in Mahayanic text. Dana Paramita, Sila Paramita, Shanti Paramita, Virya Paramita, Dhyana Paramita, Prajna Paramita. So last one is wisdom. It is highlighted by Mahayana Buddhists. Different names are there. Completeness of wisdom or perfect wisdom is considered as Prajna Paramita. It is named as Sunyata, Tatata, Dharma Dhatu, Paramita, Paramartha Satya, Anutpada and Anirodha. So in Prajna Paramita Sutra, we can see the wisdom of Nagarjuna. At once we can't see it. We just think it is explaining the Prajna. But when we read the Prajna Paramita Sutra, we can clearly understand the philosophy of Nagarjuna is there. Earlier also discussed about that. Yah pratitya samutpada sonyatantam prajaksmahe sa prajnaptirupadaya pratipat saiva madhyama. Nagarjuna was discussing about the patitya samutpada in Sanskrit pratitya samutpada. And also he said, Vyavahara manasritya paramartho nadeshyate. There are souls. And in Buddhism also it is discussing, there are gods, there are Brahmas, there are souls. But we have to recognize them as their own nature. Though there are gods and Brahmas, they are not that much powerful. They can't give merit pass to our life and to our examinations. They have not that much power. So if you work hard, you will get higher positions. So that is the teaching. Then doctrinal and philosophical sense, Sunyata or nihilism. Actually, the philosophy of Sunyata is not the philosophy of nothingness or a negative idea. He explained that cause and effect theory. If there is no cause, there is no effect. That is his theory. So we have to go ahead. Doctrinal and philosophical sense is here. Acharya Dinnaga has defined Prajna Paramita as follows. Prajna Paramita Jnana Madvayam Sa Tathagata Sadhya Tadartha Yogena. Here Jnana Madhyam is very important. It is connected to Advaita Vedanta system. I have studied Brahma Sutra. So in that book it is explained very clearly. Next one. Perfect wisdom in Ashtasahasrika. For perfect wisdom, one should follow Prajna Paramita and teaching of nihilism. In Sanskrit it is given, you can read it. All the bodhisattvas should reach to the final wisdom, understanding the selflessness of Dharma and Pudgala. Through standing on emptiness, one should stand in perfect wisdom. Here we can see the very clear explanation. He does not stand on any of these, not on eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, not on form, sounds, smells, taste, touchable things, mind objects, not on elements, not on the pillars of mindfulness, right efforts, and many things are there. We don't cling on to any other factors, especially we understand everything is facing to impermanence, and also it is full of suffering, and also it produces various kinds of problems to us, and we should not take them as our own thing. So this is the main teaching of Prajna Paramita and Sunyatavada. So these teachings are in early Buddhist teachings also in suttas, which is called Mahasunyata Sutta and also Chula Sunyata Sutta and many other suttas. Buddha explained in brief. Sunyata Vada is in basic teachings. Nagarjuna expanded it and elaborated it in a logical way. This is actually very connected to the teaching of the basic Buddhist philosophical ideas, emptiness of personal and material things, not only the personal and material things but also the doctrinal factors, and supramundane qualities should be considered as mentioned above. He should not take his stand on the notion that the fruit of the holy life derives his dignity from the unconditioned, or that the stream winner is worthy of gifts. Arahat Pratyeka Buddha, Buddha worthy of gifts. It means we should not cling on even the higher level of the life, just detach from them. Attachment is producing the cravings. Then the birth cycle will be produced through our sense organs. We are developing the cravings and also bondages. As a result of those cravings, we take another life and we go into the birth cycle without stopping birth by birth. Okay, I think it's enough. I think your attention was turned to this topic. You have to get more knowledge. I have no time to explain much. There are many slides, so timely I will stop. Thank you very much.
So it was a nice presentation. So it's the time for questions, but only 2-3 questions. What you have told in the beginning session, please keep that in mind.
Thank you, Sam, for such a lovely presentation on Nagarjuna. It's a question that has been actually haunting me, so I would like to ask. That is, if I am not there, that is, if I do not have a self, if I lack a swabhava, so who is it who recognizes lack of swabhava in others? That is my first. And the second is, I do not know whether it is really related to your paper. That is, I acquire a psychophysical organism. I become a psychophysical organism only in the middle of the Jatitya Samutpada. Then whose ignorance is it we are talking about, which is the source of the whole chain of Pratitya Samutpada? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Actually, the first question was asked by the opponents from Nagarjuna. In Mola Madhyamika Karika, 5th chapter. In that chapter, it is discussed. Someone asked from Nagarjuna, if there is no person or if there is no someone who will attain Nibbana, who will realize this philosophy of Sunyata Darsana, then he asks, you have to understand, I am not saying there is not person, person is there. You have to think in this manner. You should not cling on that personal things. So, understanding that factor, you will be realized. There is not a person who can be explained as a person because we should not attach to them. So that idea is there. Person is there, the person who can attain final goal or arahantship or any other higher position. But I am not talking about the person, I am talking about the philosophy. You should understand it clearly. That is the first answer for that. Next one.
Just one more question, please.
Hello, thank you, sir, for your nice presentation. You have mentioned that Buddha said that faith is not good. This point is highly objectionable. There is distinction between religion and ethics, and the only thing which differentiates ethics to religion is faith. If you attach faith with ethics, it becomes religion. And when you detach faith from religion, it becomes ethics. So, the essential and vital element of religion is faith. All religions begins with faith. This is my objection. And even Buddha, if anyone asks you that why are you a Buddhist?
So be precise.
Then you will reply that because I believe in Buddha. When you say that Buddha said like this, it means that you are follower of Buddha. And whenever you are follower of Buddha, it means that you have lots of faith in Buddha. So without faith, nothing is possible, sir.
Okay, I will answer in brief. Actually, faith is related to the religion. Buddhism is not a religion, it is a philosophy. It gives priority to the wisdom. Most religions are based on the faith, believing something. God created this world. I am created by the God, like that. So, in Buddhism, always it is explaining you should not follow the doctrine with the belief of me. Buddha also said, don't follow my doctrine or my teaching with belief. So, you ehipassiko means come and see. If you can understand as a philosophical matter and acceptable thing, you can accept. If it is not, please give up it. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. Now we are moving on to the next.